this pattern we're going to be using a Gosling B100 size 10 on this one. This fly pattern there originally tied from the guys down in Innocent County Clare. So what I've done, I've just done a few wee modification to this, and this is going to represent a pattern between an octopus and an olive, which is going to be hopefully a good pattern to be using on the locks. So we're using olive fly tying silk. The tail on this pattern is going to be dyed golden olive bronze mallard. So what I do, just take out these fluidlets, and we're just going to use this bit here. So we take off roughly 1/4 inch, re-slip, catch him, just going to take him off, fold it, tie that in. The tail's going to be roughly the length of the body. Next thing we're going to be putting in is chartreuse wire. Just working the silk backwards. Right, the next part we're going to be putting in is the tinsel, and this is chartreuse small. So we'll take a wee slip of that. I'm going to catch that in. I'm going to thread backwards. Once we've got in there, just going to take that waste off. Next thing to go is the body, and I'm going to be using a very light golden olive dubbin. So catch the dubbin on. Just put a wee point at the end of this. Go on and catch him in, tighten the dubbin up, and then we come back a couple of turns, and then just kind of like roughly just over 3/4 of the way of the pattern, catch him in, take off any of the waste. Next thing is the body hackle, and I'm using golden olive, catch him in. Just going to be using 5 turns of the body hackle. And once we've got them done, the first one to go over is the holographic. 4 turns. Catch that in. And the same with the wire. Just going to follow over the top of that there, just gives it a bit of reinforcing. And then just tie that in. What we did, take off the hackle there, just trim these off. Right, the next part is what we call the octopus style. I'm using a cock pheasant tail that's been bleached and dyed golden olive. So what we do, take off the waist, take a bunch of these here, roughly about that there, catch that on, trim off this bit of waist here, and then what we're going to do, just set him on this coming back to the tail, and what we do, just lay that flat, and what we're going to do is just to work this round, virtually spinning that round the whole of the fly there, so you can see how it's splayed out. The good thing about it there, this is fluorescent yellow, so it's going to work very, very good. Trim off the waist. Next thing we're going to be doing is the wing, so just prepare the bronze mallard. Good piece like that, get him, bend that down so it's flat, trim it off, trim the waist off him. We're going to fold this 3 times, once, twice, and a 3rd time. Gives a nice wee strong wing. Putting that back to the tail, catch him in there, pinch and loop, bed that in, trim off the waste. Final part of the fly is going to be partridge that's been dyed golden olive. And what we do, we just get the hackle, pull those back so you've got that there, catch him in, couple of turns, fold that back, that locks that in. Once we've got him in there, we're just going to bring that hackle forward, so stroking it back, we're going to guide that all the way around, all the way to the front. Once we get him to there, catch him in, trim him off. I'm just going to build up her head and do a whip finish. As I say, this is a new pattern, it hasn't been tried out yet, so hopefully we're giving this a try out in the May time. Finishing the fly, double varnish, a couple of coats, a bit more than enough to secure that head. So just stroking back. So there. That fly there is a new pattern that we've been doing. It's the sheelin gosling. So anybody who wants to have a crack at that there, have a go and let me know how you get on with it this year. So as we say over in Ireland, happy wrappings.